Okay, thanks, Karina. Well, the governor didn't talk about it, but the New York State Board of Regents did. They announced guidelines for schools to follow regarding end-of-year Regents testing during the pandemic. Talk more about it. We're joined now live via Skype by East Syracuse Manoa Superintendent Dr. Donna Desiato. Donna, thanks for joining us again tonight.
Good evening, Jeff. It's great to see you again.
Thank you. So we heard yesterday Regents are canceled. Today we got more guidance on what that actually means and more specifics on it. So what is this going to mean for students, especially the seniors who will be graduating this June?
Well, certainly it's a change, and it's an important change for us to take into consideration. The New York State Education Department did a great job. One, they got out there early, let us know now so we could plan, begin with the end in mind. What it does mean for our seniors, most seniors will have actually already completed the vast majority of their Regents exams. There may be some seniors that are in very high-level Regents exams because they're getting an advanced Regents diploma. What they will need to know, along with everyone, will be that they will not need to take a Regents exam. However, they will need to pass a course of study, whatever course of study that they're in. So this is going to open up a new opportunity for us. We've said for a long time we needed to look at other ways to demonstrate learning. Well, this will be one of those many ways in which students can demonstrate their level of learning in being awarded a credit for that course of study.
Not a pass for them to just slack off here for the rest of the year because there aren't going to be Regents.
No, by no means. Actually, this is an opportunity for all students to demonstrate that they've achieved high levels of learning and to be able to demonstrate that in ways that that our teachers will be looking at, our administrators will be looking at, that go beyond taking a paper pencil test now, go in so many different ways that we can measure student learning. So in many ways, this opens a door of opportunity. And that will apply to anyone who would have been eligible for a Regents exam in grades 8, 9, 10, or 11, as well as our seniors. But Jeff, I do want to say, don't underestimate the class of 2020. They will go on to demonstrate great opportunities, great abilities, because they have lived through one of the most challenging time periods, and they will actually show us their resilience and their abilities beyond high school.
So it may not affect the class of 2020 as far as the Regents exams as much, but what about freshmen, sophomore, juniors that would likely be taking a lot of tests this coming June?
We have many pages that we've received in the detailed materials that State Ed sent out today that we're going through. But what it primarily means is that any of those students that are enrolled right now in a course that culminates with a Regents exam will not be taking that Regents exam. However, they will need to provide a demonstration of their learning that meets the learning standards. The rigor is really in the learning standards. The assessment is one means of measuring that, but we're still implementing and teaching the learning standards. So as our students demonstrate their understanding, their abilities, their rigorous capabilities in the learning standards, and that can be through many different means, teachers will be able to measure that and to be able to actually assess that and then award a credit for that particular course that students are enrolled in right now.
What, just to throw you one more here, third quarter marking period will be coming up soon. I got some guidance from FM as to how they're going to handle that in the elementary, the middle school, where my kids are. What's it going to look like in ESM? And I'm sure it varies from school district to school district, but what could parents expect in ESM when they get those grades? I don't even think report cards are going out in a lot of districts.
It does. So it does vary, but I think there's some commonalities. We shied away from anything that would suggest that it was a pass-fail. If you're working hard and you're doing well in your learning, you want to be recognized for that effort. If you're struggling, you want to know where you need to improve. So what we did was we looked at the fact that this is approximately a 44-day marking period. It had one snow day in it. So out of those 43 days, we actually had students in school for 28 of those 43 days. That's 2/3 of the marking period. That gives our teachers a substantial amount of information for informing the grading practices for this marking period. What we've said about the last 15 days is let's look at those in ways in which, because this is a new learning model that we've rolled out, let's give our students an opportunity to really show us that they can do the work. They can have some opportunities to make up the work, to demonstrate that they're completing the kinds of assignments that they need to complete, and look at those last 15 days with a lens of, if it is something that a teacher feels they've had sufficient time and they have completed, they'll enter it into this marking period. If not, they'll roll it into the fourth marking period, and students will be given further opportunities to demonstrate their learning in that way. We've given that kind of flexibility, Jeff. We think it advantages the students so that they're not in some way penalized for this learning model that they were cast into overnight. And we want to be as fair as we can be. But we also want to give them a practice of grading that they're familiar with.
We're all learning as we go, aren't we here?
We sure are. This is an unprecedented time, and we're learning a lot. Just want to give a shout out to our students because they're working hard, our teachers because they're designing systems and teaching models that we have not had to use before, and our parents for their ongoing support. We need to be supporting our parents because these are very, very challenging times, and they're trying to balance all of this.
Can't thank you enough for continuing to come on with us live and help us try to make sense of this all. ESM Superintendent Dr. Donna Desiato, thank you so much for being with us tonight, Donna.
Thank you, and thank you to your team for educating our community.